How do you deal with the energetic blockage in a participant?
I think it really depends of the case, you know. The experience I have of you is going to be different than the experience you have in yourself in the journey when the participant also decide to drink the tea, which is mostly what Western people today come to ayahuasca for. People come, first of all, to experience and have their own experience of ayahuasca. Traditionally, people would come to ceremony to be seen by the practitioner or the ayahuasquero, but not necessarily to drink the medicine. It would be like coming to see a doctor and have a kind of a diagnostic, you know, and then you'll go back home with a bunch of herbs to take or some indication to what to do to improve this or to improve that. So there's not the same awareness in our cultural context today. People put all the weight in the ayahuasca, which is actually the medicine also itself, you know, or itself. But there's definitely a print of the practitioner in the ceremony, especially in the context in which I work. So people need to be educated a bit to build an awareness that actually the guide or the ayahuasquero, depending on his training, has the capacity to see something that you can't. And he's going to have an experience of you that is different than your own. And some people ask, you know, and sometimes you just say everything is okay, you know, and don't worry, and you have done the lift that was necessary for the person to be liberated to some extent to whatever was around them and don't serve them anymore. And sometimes you need to address it, and you need to say you need to take care of that, or you need to do this, or you need to do that. And some people listen, some people don't listen. What's also is interesting is how you deal with it yourself, you know, and like I was saying before, I think in a previous question, like to leave what belongs to the ceremony, and only through self-cultivation and keeping on your dieta and your own exercises, you can not being affected energetically by the work in a way. You know, sometimes you can also get a bit sick or a bit polluted, if I may say, by the different exposure in ceremonies. There is a certain tax, you know. And it's important to talk about it because we as Westerners, we don't necessarily understand how this whole work is. You know, we just, oh cool, I'm going to drink ayahuasca, I'm going to go to my own experience and journey. And we're not necessarily aware that to be a guide also is a strong responsibility, and we take on a certain print.